Hello, so Gareth here, and this is the setup of my watercolor materials. So let me go round. Here I've got tissue, here I've got watercolor pad, and here I've got a clip, and here I've got scrap paper. So this is super important. So before I do a stroke, if I want to check that the mix is right, I just use this. Good idea, right? And also if I want to paint something a bit difficult, I can have a quick doodle on this scrap paper like a warm-up before I do the real thing. Very, very useful. Always have scrap paper. I'm telling myself that as well. It is so useful. And then here is my palette. I use a plastic palette. I used to have a metal one, but these plastic ones are not only quite cheap, but they're fantastic. They're really fantastic. What you want are deep wells, deep areas, and not too many. And you don't want too many little whatever they are, like holes around the side here for other colours, because you don't really want to be using too many colours, in my opinion. And then here, water bucket, as big as you can, but not too big, because then it becomes difficult to use. But this is a children's bucket for playing in the sand, and it's just the right size, holds a lot of water, and so I don't have to keep changing the water, so that's good. And then here I've got my rag, which is very important. So finally I've got my brushes, my Hake brush and my liner brush. So there you go. And that's it. But the most important point is, do take time to organize your materials. Do take the time. And at first I recommend my layout if you're right-handed, and the other way if you're left-handed. And then if you find a better way, then change it. But it is so important, because the painting itself is challenging enough. So don't make it more difficult for yourself, because we want to succeed. And the first way we do that is by organizing our materials. So if you look, it's easy for me to put my brush in the water, to get some paint, to mix it, then to dab it on my rag. Can you see this? And then, I can do a little bit of experimenting here. I've got my tissue to hand. I made a mistake. I can wipe out. So like that. It's got to be ergonomic. I think that's the word. The whole setup needs to be easy to use. And nowadays, even my colours, not here, but normally my colours are also in order, so that little by little I train myself so that I know where everything is. And then it's like the whole thing is like a piano, and I just know where the keys are, so I can just focus on the tune I want to play. And so it sounds like a really simple thing, but some of these simple things are the most important things. So sorry for the lecture, but I hope that's useful. Okay, that's it. Now please get your materials and set them up. Oh, and a final thing, this cover is really important. What I've got is a big piece of plastic that I received for free from my local art shop. They didn't need it, and I've just put some white card underneath so it looks quite nice, but it's just thick white plastic, so you need something waterproof. That's really important. Oh, and also I've got my sprayer, and that's really important too, because your paint can dry very quickly, and when that starts to happen, then you can't touch the paint anymore, because you'll get cauliflowers. So if you spray, not directly, but above the paper surface like that, then it will keep it moist, and you can keep painting, and that's really, really important, and it will become even more important as you become a better artist. So I hope that was helpful. Please have a go and set up your own materials. It's a lot of fun.